Looking great.
Thank you. Good fight. I will come to.
Looking great.
Thank you. Good fight. I will come to.
Know how you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boy, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Yeah, like plotting.
I ain't never.
It's on the biggest fight of the year. Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez is set for September 2025, and Floyd Mayweather has just stepped in with a serious warning that could change everything. Get this, after months of drama speculation and straight-up chaos, Turkey Al-Alik has confirmed that Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford is in the works for September 2025. And guess what it's going down at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, the perfect spot for a fight of this magnitude. Now, if you thought Canelo versus Terence would be all about mutual respect, they just got a serious reality check. The heat between these two warriors just reached boiling point, and it all went down at the Saudi airport.
Turkey is this. Yesterday, they text me. They text me and say, we can talk about the fight in February with Crawford. Yeah. They text me yesterday, and I say, look, I'm not gonna talk about any other fight. I'm focused 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talked, and I'm not in this position because of any. I'm in this position. If he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way.
What was
I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached? Like, what was
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turkey, but look, if he wants to work with me,
the two undisputed champions were set to meet with Turkey Al-Alik to finalize details for their September showdown. But before they even made it to his residence, drama unfolded right there at the airport. Terence Crawford, expecting a professional handshake and maybe some light banter, was completely snubbed by Canelo. That's right, Canelo straight up ignored Bud's greeting, walking past him like he wasn't even there. Now, anyone who knows Terence Crawford knows he's not the type to let that slide. The man fights with pride, and if you disrespect him, you better be ready for the consequences. So Crawford didn't back down. He walked right up to Canelo, clearly ready to address the situation. But instead of talking things out like professionals, Canelo escalated the situation. Fast reports say he got up in Crawford's face, fists clenched, looking like he was about to throw down then. And there, at this point, their teams had to jump in before things got out of control. Security rushed over, trying to keep the two champions from turning the airport into an impromptu fight venue. And just like that, what was supposed to be a routine business trip nearly turned into a full-blown brawl before the real fight even got announced. Now, where does Floyd Mayweather come into all this Middle Eastern drama? Well, let's just say Money Mayweather has been real tight with Terence Crawford ever since this fight was announced.
Bringing up Canelo, I think that's weird, because you'd have to gain, 20 pounds?
Yeah.
But they say that's the money fight. That's the mega fight. That's the money fight. That's the only thing that makes sense for Terence Crawford.
Well, catch weight. You can do something at a catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably like 160 or something.
But you said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158, 60.
Word on the street is Floyd's even been helping Bud sharpen his skills for the big fight, giving him that undefeated champion level game.
classes, like once he gets touched by Canelo, it's gonna be different.
I am concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds. We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later, and he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out. You know what I mean? So.
And when this whole airport incident went down, Floyd was one of the first to sound the alarm. The headlines were already swirling, but Mayweather made it crystal clear, even though Terence isn't a newbie, he needs to take Canelo Alvarez more seriously than any opponent he's ever faced. And let's be real, coming from Floyd, that's a serious wake-up call. Mayweather knows exactly what it takes to beat Canelo, considering he handed him his only official loss.
Tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it and lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3, and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go.
But Floyd ain't sugarcoating anything. He's sending Terence an urgent warning. He's saying this ain't just another fight. This is legacy defining. This is dangerous. And if Bud isn't 110% locked in, things could go south real quick. Mayweather's been there, done that. And he's basically telling Crawford, look, I know you're elite, but this is Canelo. You slip up even once it's game over. And honestly, Floyd might have a point Mayweather didn't. Hold back. He took to social media and said, Terence is a great fighter, but you don't just move up 2 weight classes and fight Canelo unless you know exactly what you're doing. The sport is about smart moves, not just big ones. This is a wake-up call for Terence.
And fight the winner of Canelo Alvarez at 68.
I commend them for it. I mean, it takes a lot of balls to do it. A lot of courage, but it also takes, more importantly, it takes believing in yourself. So I commend Crawford for it.
But here's where things get really interesting. Not only did Canelo snub Crawford, but he reportedly told his team afterward that he's not giving Bud any respect until they step into the ring. He sees Crawford as just another challenger, someone beneath him. And if you thought Bud was heated before now, he's coming into this fight with bad intentions. By the time they reached Turkey Ayl-Shik's residence, the tension was thick. Turkey being the businessman, he has had to play peacemaker. Photos surfaced of him posing with both fighters, and while they tried to look professional, you could just feel the energy in the room. Neither man was smiling, neither man looked comfortable, and you know that means war is coming with September locked in. As the fight month, this beef is officially at dangerous levels. Crawford is stepping up 2 weight classes to face Canelo, and many have questioned if he can handle the power difference, but with the way he's fired up now, he might just turn this into the fight of his life.
Go down anymore, but you know, like he say, you know, when they ask him for the Germonta fight, they don't want to get credit for that fight. It's the same for me. I don't need to take that fight because everybody's gonna say it's too small, and then, you know, he need to enjoy his fight. Okay, he deserves it. He deserves it. I like Spence, but you know, I like Spence and all the respect for him and everything. But I knew. I think is the type of fight Terence Crawford is different. Went 68, but like I say, like he say, nobody's gonna give me credit for.
Now Canelo isn't facing, but next first he's set to fight William Skull on May 3rd to reclaim his undisputed super middleweight crown. Some fans are side-eyeing this move, calling it a warm-up fight. But here's the thing, if Canelo walks into the Crawford fight holding all 4 titles at 168 pounds, it just makes the showdown even bigger. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the weight difference. Crawford's never fought at 168 before, and this is a huge 14 pounds jump from his last fight. A lot of people are worried that Bud might be biting off more than he can chew. But let's not forget Canelo started his career at welterweight, the same division, where Bud became undisputed. If there's anyone who knows the recipe to take down Canelo Alvarez, it's Floyd Mayweather. And let's be real, Terence Crawford couldn't have gone to a better person for the blueprint. Floyd is the only man to have officially beaten Canelo, and he didn't just beat him, he schooled him for 12 straight rounds back in 2013. Now, sure, Canelo was young, but the lessons from that fight, they still apply today. And Ronnie Shields, a top-tier trainer, just laid it all out. If Crawford wants to take down Canelo, he needs to follow
Canelo running from Benavides. What is that? I mean, imagine if I ever ran from anybody. Like, did I run from somebody in my career? No. Did Chavez run from somebody in his career? No. Chavez was 87-0. Imagine that. So to me, that's the all-time greatest fighter.
And the crazy part, Canelo struggles against that style. We saw it against Ball in 2022. When Canelo couldn't cut the ring off, he got frustrated and started swinging. Wild Beal exposed that weakness, but Floyd, he mastered that strategy. And now he's passing that knowledge down to Crawford. Mayweather's been in Bud's corner ever since this fight was announced, helping him prepare. And after seeing how serious Canelo is taking this, Floyd is personally warning Bud that he cannot afford to slip up, not even for a second. Canelo Alvarez might be one of the biggest stars in boxing, but even he knows that when it comes to facing Terence Crawford, the stakes are completely different. And let's be real, Canelo didn't just wake up one day and decide to take this fight. No, this was a calculated move. He knew that if he avoided Crawford, the boxing world would never let him live it down. But at the same time, he understood the risk. That's why he's not diving into the deep end right away. Instead, he's taking a strategic detour with William Skull first, almost like a warm-up before the real showdown. But let's call it what it is. This isn't just about staying active. This is about stalling. See, Canelo is no fool. He remembers what happened to Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and even Gant Davis when they looked too far ahead, one wrong move.